Day 4, we got up bright and early to take the train to Nikko. After watching the rice fields pass by for about an hour and a half, we arrived in Nikko and walked to the Toshogu Shrine. This shrine was the final resting place of Tokugawa Ieyasu, the founder of the Tokugawa shogunate that ruled Japan for over 250 years. The ornate carvings, gold, and huge flocks of tourists resulted in a beautiful series of ancient buildings that one had to fight to get a somewhat decent photo of. The main reason we came all this way to the shrine is that our group had been invited to a traditional Shinto ceremony, where we got a glimpse into what their religion was like. It was a very educational experience that showed some of the reasons and beliefs behind their rituals and practices, and naturally I was not allowed to film during this. So here's a photo of me eating ice cream with gold flakes on it. After enjoying the scenic train ride back to Tokyo, we went to dinner at a high-class Japanese sushi restaurant. I had a delicious meal of salmon onigiri, some sort of fried cheese meatball that I don't really remember the name of, and chicken skin. Yep, it was real good. Anyway, after filling up on yummers, that was it. We headed back to the hotel. Day 5 was our free day to explore wherever we wanted throughout Tokyo. I had prepared for this day for months in advance and had a designated travel route that would take both Nina and I to the most number of places we wanted to check out. The day's journey began at Cat Street, a famous fashion street that leads to Shibuya. We passed all sorts of bizarre fashion advertisements for interestingly named shops, got to taste what fresh octopus balls were like, creamy, walked by Shibuya High School, and got to enjoy the lovely artwork along the way. Cat Street led us directly to the heart of Shibuya and its famous scramble crossing. While crossing, Nina and I got to see the totally not Mario Kart tour go by, which has since been sued by Nintendo and has pretty much completely died with the lack of tourism in Japan due to COVID.
I swear I thought that guy was Robert Downey Jr. I was like, what? It's Robert Downey Jr. Hachiko.
Shibuya Station was home to the famous Hachiko statue, paying tribute to the loyalty of man's best friend. If you haven't heard the tale and really feel like crying, I have put a link to the story that you should check out. Wandering further into Shibuya, we stumbled across a Krispy Kreme, which came stocked with many regional flavors I had never seen, such as green tea, matcha, and what I ordered, cinnamon sugar.
Nut.
After our snack, Nina and I wandered around the fashion stores, amused by the names of the shops and how they used English to advertise. Then we found the Shibuya Disney store, which was designed to look like a cartoon castle sticking out of the cityscape. Last thing we did in Shibuya was to grab an authentic bowl of Japanese ramen, which was very tasty. The next stop, after our refuel, was Odiba, an entertainment hub and getaway destination for Japan. Home to places like the indoor amusement park Joyopolis, run by Sonic himself, wax museums, and a Legoland, which was blasting American team music, which Nina and I jammed out to while dueling with plush Wienermen. What we were surprised to come across in Odiba was a Japanese meat festival. Nina and I followed the sounds of jazz till we found this sprawling festival full of meat vendors.
Let's go check it out.
Into the meat festival we go. I was mainly interested in seeing a Japanese jazz band live, and they were a jam. The band danced and grooved while the crowd, some of them wearing bacon hats, clapped along. Inside Odiba Mall, I found a living, breathing Lego policeman. Indoor simulator rides such as Attack on Titan the Ride. Attack on Titan the Ride is not responsible for loss of body parts, loved ones, or intense emotional damage that may occur. Restaurants such as Baskin-Robbins, The Experience, strange shirts and posters, and the famous Gundam Museum. I'm personally not a huge fan of the Gundam series and don't own any, but it was still incredible to see the thousands of mint condition sets donated to create this grand collection, cataloging the entire history of the Gundam franchise. Outside the Gundam Museum stood the 65-foot tall Gundam statue, complete with lights and moving features. The massive statue was absolutely impressive, and also was ironically placed not terribly far from Japan's 40-foot tall replica of the Statue of Liberty. After wrapping things up in Odiba, Nina and I traveled to our last spot, Tokyo Station, to check out the shops there and complete my lifelong dream of visiting the Pokemon centers in Japan. Stock full of plushies and goodies, these stores are where I bought majority of my souvenirs. After the Tokyo Station shop, we walked a short distance to the Pokemon Center DX, a massive shop that was also home to the Pokemon Cafe. Surrounded by walls of Pokemon plush was the perfect ending to a fantastic free day in Tokyo. Day 6, we all hopped on a bus and drove to Mount Fuji, where we had the extremely rare chance of seeing the peak bare and exposed. Our bus driver hopped out to get photos of it because apparently no clouds around the peak only happens about 1 out of the 10 times he comes to Fuji. We checked out the shrines on the mountain and enjoyed the extra large apples in the gift shop. Then, by the time we got out of the gift shop, clouds had already covered the mountaintop and it had started to snow on us. It is snowing. Reminds us of back home. We made our way down the mountain and then went to the Hakone Open Air Museum.
What's the other lady's name? Gia and Dottie?
Yeah.
Dottie up there?
I'm taking a video of the gold statue.
Where we got to walk through the various sculptures and slap around some balls. The museum featured some of Picasso's pieces, but don't ask me which ones. I don't remember because I was distracted.
Zooey mama, this is pretty.
The art piece I thought was top-tier neato was the symphonic structure, a 54-foot stained glass tower that you could go up and see the whole park from on top. We then went to another mountain, only this one was farting. Owakadani is rich with sulfuric vents, making it a fantastic setting for a horror movie. After inhaling enough sulfur, though, we took a cable car to a boat where we did boat things. While crossing Lake Ashi to our hotel for the night. Day 7, we finally got to ride on a bullet train, and yeah, they fast. How fast? Hope you didn't blink and are oblivious to the ability to slow down YouTube's play rate and back it up to 835. We took the train to Hakone Castle, one of the oldest structures in Japan and a Japanese national treasure. Hiko-chan, the castle's mascot, greeted us with his mighty sword, as Nina soon threatened to gut me with a wooden sword from the gift shop for some inappropriate joke I had made. Can you believe it? Me, making a witty comment that would be deserving of being impaled with a blunt weapon. Anyway, back to the Japanese castle. Nina and I licked it, right on one of its historic wooden beams. Why? 'Cause I've licked a Japanese national treasure, and you haven't. Now watch the rest of my vlog, you non-castle licker.
Nina, summon the Kraken. Just a miniature one, just rises
Oh,
up.
octopus. A buddy. It's my magical girl pet.
Following being disrespectful American students, we toured through the castle gardens, which were very pretty and didn't have anything we felt the impulse to lick as a strange achievement to hold over others to bolster my fragile ego. Finally, we went to our hotel in Miyajima, an island off of Hiroshima, which I was pleasantly surprised to find had wild deer roaming around. After a most interesting meal of assorted seafood stuff, At our hotel, Nina and I went out to observe the wildlife.
I really... Oh, hello.
Are they feral?
So we got cat and deer just chilling right here. What? Yeah?
I don't look forward to the deer park because I don't look forward to deer pushing me for food.
Oh. Okay, you own this place, not me. Don't want any trouble, mister. A wild Nina amongst the pack of deer and cats.
It was a fun way to end the night.